Hello everyone, welcome to your November 2024 astrological forecast. Before I begin, I would just like to remind you that if you are going to order any kind of chart services from me for like next year or as a holiday gift or something or other, it's a good idea to put in your order now. If you wait until December, I can't guarantee that your stuff will be done by like the end of the month or whatever, or in time for the holidays. Okay, so just keep that in mind. And a special thank you to my subscribers for your continued support, for liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. And if you like this video and you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Okay. So anyways, in November 1st starts off with a new moon in Scorpio, okay? Then on the 2nd, Mercury moves into Sagittarius, okay? On the 3rd, Mars moves into Leo. And on the 11th, Venus moves into Capricorn. On the 15th, Saturn turns direct. Also on the 15th, also on the 15th, there's a full moon in Taurus, okay? Then on the 19th, Pluto finally moves into Aquarius for good, okay? And on the 21st, the Sun moves into Sagittarius, and on the 25th, Mercury turns retrograde in Sagittarius, okay? So be sure to check out my weekly forecast, which are now like daily shorts. Okay, so now for your forecast. Hi, Libra. Okay, so the month starts off with a new moon in Scorpio in your 2nd house. That's where you have the sign of Scorpio. The sun is here up until the 21st, and your 2nd house is earned income and possessions. Your sense of self, more or less, your self-worth, and your values, personal values and valuables. It's also the house of hidden talents, okay, and many other things. But a new moon here does bring a new beginning, let's say, in this area. You know, you could even, you know, like purchase something that you more than likely have had your eye on for a while, but you probably have been saving for it. It could have been something that was a necessity, not necessarily a luxury. I can't even talk, okay? So that's the new thing here is, or a new way of doing something or other in order to bring in possibly another source of income. Whatever, you know, I really don't see a raise as far as that goes going on here. There is an awful lot of hard work going on. You do have Saturn and Neptune in Pisces in your 6th house of the workplace. The kind of work that you do, your co-workers, service to others, and the house of health, okay? So Saturn does turn direct on the 15th, okay? So you know, you could receive some kind of compensation. To me, it looks like some kind of perk, you know. Could be something like dealing with medical insurance or insurance of some kind, or some kind of benefit or whatever. But it could be money, but, you know, I really don't see something like that happening right now. You know, just not like this second. You could even like be in the talking stages, okay? But when Saturn turns direct on the 15th, there should be some movement in this area, like in your job, in the workplace, you know, probably like stuck or feeling like it's stuck or boring, you know, or you're doing the same thing over and over again, and maybe you feel like you're not getting anywhere or whatever, you know, it's drudgery, okay? So you could actually be, you know, thinking about looking for another position. Okay, so on the 15th, there's also a full moon in Taurus in your 8th house. It's directly across from your 2nd house. These are the money houses, the 2nd and the 8th. And the 8th house is other people's money and resources. Passive money through means other than earning it, such as a legal settlement or insurance payout, refund of some kind, inheritance or legacy, you know. It's also shared property and shared debts. So this is the house of partners, even when it comes to money. Okay, so this is credit cards and bank accounts, things like that. So, you know, the planet Uranus has been here for a while, so things could be up and down in this area of your life. You know, especially if you do share accounts with someone else, you may have felt that you have to keep your eye on the statements, you know, to make sure that someone isn't running up the credit cards or withdrawing money, you know, from the bank, whatever. And this could be one of those times. That's what a full moon is there for, is to bring a problem to the surface, right? So if you're having problems within this area, even with like a bill possibly that you have, okay, that you've been going round and round with the creditor, you know, it's incorrect, it may not even be your bill, you know, but when you talk to someone on the phone, you just never seem to get anywhere. So this would be one of those times where I think you could have a breakthrough in this area with the full moon here, finally getting it solved, you know, whatever problem you may be having, okay? There is also, though, a possibility that you could be on the receiving end of some money, okay, that for, you know, whatever reason, somebody could leave you something, lend you something, give you something, okay? So it doesn't always have to be money, it could also be possessions, okay? So then, let's see here. Mercury moves into Sagittarius on the 2nd, and Venus is still in Sagittarius up until the 11th. The Sun moves here on the 21st, and then on the 25th, Mercury in Sagittarius turns retrograde in your 3rd house, where you have the sign of Sagittarius. And the 3rd house is ruled by Mercury. Okay, and this is the main communication house. So with Mercury turning retrograde here, it's a good idea. It doesn't happen till the 25th, but this will be into like next month, into December. So you want to make sure your communications are clear, very clear. Okay, and if you are traveling anywhere, making any kind of plans, especially now when Mercury first moves here on the 2nd and is in direct motion like the whole month, up until the 25th, you know, things could be going really well with your plans. You're making reservations or just in contact with people, and everything is going, you know, as planned. But once Mercury turns retrograde, it's a good idea to recheck or check up on all the plans that you made to make sure that they're still there, they're happening, whatever, you know, your reservations are the same. Or if you're driving, because 3rd house is like local travel, it's like a weekend trip, a day trip, an overnight trip or something, but it's like so many hours away from where you live kind of trip, and it's usually a road trip, okay? So you want to make sure that however way you're going, especially if you're driving, that your car is, you know, up to speed and everything on it is fine. Might want to get all that checked now before Mercury does turn retrograde. Also, this being the house of all forms of communication, this is text message, voicemail, email, but it's also regular postal mail. Okay, so you may find that you're actually receiving a lot more mail than you normally do, but then when Mercury turns retrograde here, your mail may go to like your neighbor or somewhere or other, but not to you. Could get lost along with packages and stuff like that, so you may want to keep an eye out for that. And also, you know, your 3rd house is your everyday life, pretty much, okay? It's the people and places you would encounter throughout the normal course of your day, your neighbors, your neighborhood, your siblings. You know, you could, with Mercury here, spend a lot of time just within your own area, your own neighborhood, spending a lot of time running around, possibly, at least visiting, and especially when the Sun moves here on the 21st, visiting businesses or restaurants or someplace where you haven't been to for a while, you know. Um, also, let's see here. With Venus being here up until the 11th, you could be being invited, okay, to some places. It could be because of the holidays, or it could be, you know, just because there's something going on. But you could find that you're receiving a lot of invitations on the phone or text message, voicemail, but you could actually receive a card or some kind of invitation in the regular postal mail, okay? Let's see here. Then, okay, Venus moves into Capricorn on the 11th, and your 4th house, that's where you have the sign of Capricorn. 4th house being your home and family, where you physically live and the property surrounding it, your private life, your past, your childhood, the foundation of how you were raised. Okay, when Venus is here, you want to do things to your home, you know, like beautify it in some ways. This isn't like big time remodeling or anything. This is just like buying new sheets or towels, throw pillows, something or other. But because it is the holidays coming up, you may want to decorate, start your decorating now. Also, as far as romance goes, possibly, if you are involved with someone, most of your times or romantic times together will be spent in like a home setting, okay, either yours or theirs, or in just some kind of setting that's very, again, homey, okay? So, Pluto does fully move into Aquarius on the 19th, and your 5th house, that's where you have the sign of Aquarius. So be awful lot of changes going on here. I am doing a video on Pluto in Aquarius. You'll have to listen to that for more detail. But you probably won't notice this much right off. It just moved here. It has already been here back and forth between Capricorn and Aquarius on and off for like the past year or so. So you may have noticed some changes or some kind of difference in the 5th house being a romance, creativity, gambling and speculation. It's the house of fun, house of entertainment, all forms of entertainment, games and sports, and anything to do with children, okay? Then I do have to mention Mars moves into Leo, okay, on the 3rd, into your 11th house. That's where you have the sign of Leo, 11th house being your most sociable house. Okay, this is your house of your friends and acquaintances, socializing in person or online, or any group or organization that you belong to, and also the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes. Okay, so Mars here brings like more activity in this area. You know, you could find that you really want to get out there and maybe see your friends or go someplace where you haven't been in a long time, like a club or a bar, or you want to see a live show or something or other. Okay, this is also, with this being the house of dreams, hopes, and wishes, this is goal-oriented kind of. You know, you have a renewed interest in some kind of goal that you know, would like to reach. So you put a lot of energy into it when Mars is here. Okay. So I think that's about it. Okay, the best time to do something each month is when the moon is in your own sign, and the moon is in Libra on the 25th, 26th, and 27th. And the best time to lay low is when the moon is in your opposite sign, and your opposite sign is Aries, and those dates are the 12th and 13th. The best time for romance, recreation, creativity, fun, gambling, and speculation, or anything to do with children. Okay, it's the 7th, 8th, 9th, 20th, 21st, and 22nd. The best time for money is the 1st, 2nd, 14th, 15th, 28th, 29th, and 30th. The best time for your career is the 18th, 19th, and 20th. And the best time for communication and travel is the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 16th, 17th, and 30th. So I hope you enjoyed your forecast for November. Happy Thanksgiving. See you later. Bye.